Hello everybody, Nitsagamer here, and I am so excited and nervous at the same time. But when it comes to Walking Dead, that's pretty much inevitable. So we have episode 4, Take Us Back, the trailer. I'm not gonna say any more, let's just watch this. Okay, so Clem survived the boat, it was pretty much a given, and... darkness. Okay, so I did save James by the end of it. Okay. Ooh, the night will be over soon. Hey, Violet. Okay, yes. Oh. Soon. Oh my god, damn. Okay, I am excited. Oh man. Just thought there's a lot in the trailer because if you know the last choice in the third episode, which I'm not going to give it away, essentially only two certain characters could be alive, and they can't be alive at the same time within this episode. And since I saved James by the end of it, James will be alive and one other character will be deceased. But yeah, just looking at the entire episode, we have Clementine who survives, and then we see that Clem and Ten and AJ are confirmed to be alive and inside of a cave. And we also have James with us. Now, James seems to, I guess, be on our side, because I was worried that he was going to betray us or something. Like, James was going to go, you made AJ pull the trigger and whatever from the last episode, so I have to take place as the villain, goddammit! I hope that's not the case. I hope James does not have to take the place of the villain that we just killed in the last episode, because I personally had to kill the villain off. That person just had to be done and over with. So would James and the other person take the same role, or would they take like two separate roles and it would be just a little different or something? It's hard to say exactly, but I don't regret my choice from the last episode. I'm glad to keep James alive and the other person is dead. Fuck that other person. Okay, and then as we see, Violet, of course, makes it off the boat, so we know that she lives for sure. And of course, I guess depending on whether or not if we have a relationship with her or not, I guess Minnie could show some jealousy to that, I guess, because, well, Minnie was her ex-girlfriend, so it's hard to say how that's going to turn out. Hopefully it's turned out for the better and that I can maintain a good relationship with Violet, but I guess we'll see. And then there's Lily in the trailer who appears for a brief bit, but she doesn't really seem to show much of anything else. Like, she doesn't seem to show anything of being on Clem's side, at least from what I can tell. But I don't know. It's hard to say at this point. Okay, we get James that gives up the mask, and that's given if you kept him alive. Yeah, okay, and we can see that two people from Lily's crew are kept alive, including this one person who I think is only kept alive if you have Violet, who didn't get kidnapped. So this person that's on the right does live in my version of the playthrough. Okay, and we could see that Lewis is also alive as well. Hopefully alive, considering of what happened to him in my playthrough. Okay, and we have James, who for whatever reason has a cut in his hand. Now, from what I recall, I don't recall him ever getting a cut on his hand. Is this him just going, walkers, stop? Like, maybe James might sacrifice himself for us, and I hope that's the case. I hope James doesn't turn against us and that he goes back to his murderous ways. I hope that does not happen. Okay, and then we see a moment where I guess it is Clementine reaching her hand out to AJ, and I guess this is the moment where Clementine's going to get bitten. I'm going to predict that Clementine is going to get bitten within this moment of the episode. And I think this is where we're going to have to make the difficult choice of whether if we should cut off a limb so she can live, or just leave the bite there and let her turn. And that could also determine AJ's fate as well, because AJ said that he wants to be a walker as well, so they never have to be apart. Otherwise, they could both just be alive. And, you know, I don't want James's delusion getting to AJ. And, of course, I try to tell AJ to just drop it. And I hope that delusion doesn't get to AJ. Just stay alive. Don't get bitten. And if I do have Clem get bitten, I will cut off a limb if I have to. Alright, so the finale, take us back, March 26, 2019. Still not bitten, and hopefully never bitten by the end of it. So, yeah, I am really excited, at the same time very nervous for this last episode. There's no doubt that it's going to be a great episode for sure. But, man, I just hope I get a good ending. I just really hope I get a good ending. But I definitely don't regret my choice that I made in the last episode that kept James alive. And I think for the most part, I should be able to get a good ending out of this. I mean, there's definitely going to be characters that are going to die, and hopefully characters that are on the bad guy's side. But I'm guessing that James will die regardless, but I hope he sacrifices himself as opposed to dying because, oh, I want to turn evil all of a sudden because you made AJ evil or something like that. Like, I hope that never happens. Now, through the trailer, we actually don't see some of the other school characters. Like, we see 10. 10 is still alive. I honestly predicted that maybe he was going to be the one that dies on the boat, but apparently not. So apparently everybody survives the damn explosion, apparently. We see that Lewis is alive, Violet is alive, but we never see Willie, Ruby, Asim, or Amar. Yeah, those 4 characters are never seen alive in this trailer. And hopefully they are alive, but as far as we know, they did get off the boat. And the only 2 that we knew that were left on the boat was Violet and Minnie. But it seems like both Violet and Minnie are off the boat. And hopefully we can maintain a good relationship with Violet, and hopefully Minnie doesn't screw things up, hopefully James doesn't go insane, and hopefully we get a good ending by the end of this. So guys, I am so excited for the final episode of The Walking Dead. So thank you for watching my reaction and my opinions to the final trailer, and all I can say is, still not bitten.